Good afternoon. Uh, Today we'll be doing the interactive advanced concept presentation 3, which is the volcano experiment. So pretty much today we will be effectively making a volcano using a few substances. It's a very basic experiment. It's usually your go-to for your volcano science experiment. But let's just take a look at the stuff we'll be using today. So here I firstly have my plastic bottle, which I'm going to be using as our volcano. Our first substance that's going to be used in this volcano experiment though is baking soda. So I have baking soda here and I'm going to be using it by wrapping it around a paper towel. It's also worth noting, just for experimental purposes, that our baking soda is our weak base in this reaction. So we're going to be reacting the baking soda with some vinegar here, and the vinegar is going to be our weak acid in this reaction. So here I have myself about a tablespoonful of baking soda. So what I'm going to do now is just pour it on top of this paper towel and wrap the paper towel around it. So now that I have my paper towel with baking soda in it, I'm just going to put it inside of this plastic bottle here. Alright, so now I have my paper towel with the baking soda inside. Now well inside of the plastic bottle here. So the next step is just me pouring some of this vinegar here right into the bottle, and we're going to see what the reaction is, but I'm going to take this to another location for that. All right, well, that was very anticlimactic, and I didn't even mean to put it in slow-mo, so that makes me even more disappointed that nothing happened. But I think the reason that this didn't become like a real cool-looking volcano type of experiment is probably because I'm not using an actual water bottle like the experiment says to use. I'm using like a larger, like 18-20 ounce bottle here. So I probably didn't use enough of the baking soda inside of the paper towel to make a big enough reaction that would cause like the bubbles to go over the top. But I will explain what happened regardless. So I guess I'll break down the experiment as best as I can. It's actually very similar to the lava lamp experiment that we did last week. So pretty much you have your baking soda in the paper towel, which contains sodium bicarbonate, just like last week. Excuse me. And then you have the vinegar, which contains, acetic acid. Acetic acid. So our baking soda is our weak base, and our vinegar is our weak acid. So you have an acid-base reaction happening. And the products are pretty much sodium acetate, which is a salt, but you also have CO2 gas being formed, as well as H2O. But the CO2 gas is what's really causing much of the visual reaction that we're seeing to occur. So as you know, the CO2 gas forms, it develops the fizziness or the bubbles that are happening or appearing in the reaction, which would look like a volcano if we had enough of that baking soda. So pretty much just like in a volcanic reaction, you have the lava spewing over the top of the volcano and spilling and spreading all over the place. We were aiming to have a similar type of reaction with this experiment, but like I said, we didn't have enough baking soda. But ideally, the gas would have, vigorously caused, the CO2 gas would have vigorously caused like a lot of that fizziness and bubbles to, erupt from the top of the bottle, similarly to a volcano.